Hey guys, Robert here. Welcome back to Inside Robert's Reports. I'd like to take a moment today to talk to you about plumbing. Most specifically, I'd like to talk about galvanized steel plumbing and copper plumbing. So what you see here is a piece of galvanized steel pipe, and this is a piece of copper pipe. Both of these have the exact same thread size. They're both 1/2 inch diameter on the inside, and they do thread together quite nicely. You could easily make the mistake of putting these two pieces of pipe together underneath your home. Both are perfectly capable of carrying water throughout your home. The problem is galvanized steel and copper don't mix. You cannot put those two pieces of steel together. They're going to eat each other up. It's a bunch of weird science on a molecular level. I don't pretend to understand the science. All I know is over time, they're going to corrode and leak. So there's a couple of things that you can do to prevent this from happening. You might ask, actually, originally, why would you even put the two together? Just stick with one and don't worry about it. But if you have an older home, say pre-1965, most of your plumbing is probably going to be galvanized steel. And over the years, it's going to start to rust, especially on the inside. And you may have a piece of pipe that rusts all the way through. Perhaps you can't afford, or the old homeowner could not afford to replace all the plumbing in the house. So they just want to take a section out that's leaking. But they don't want to put galvanized back in because they know galvanized is still going to fail over time. And so they're going to put in a piece of copper. And again, if they thread the two together, they're going to fail. So what you need to actually do is put in a dielectric union. That's what we've got right here. I've already got a piece of copper pipe connected to this dielectric union on one side, but I'm going to take this apart real quick and kind of show you what it's made of. So the first piece is this piece of brass that I've actually already soldered to my copper. So this is our copper pipe here, and this is brass. You can actually simply put a piece of brass between the copper and the galvanized, so long as it threads correctly, and that's going to do the job. It's a somewhat cheaper way of doing things, but the right way is with this dielectric union. So the first thing is a piece of brass right here. The second is this piece of plastic inside this metal sleeve. So the brass is going to drop inside here, and you can still see the plastic there and the plastic there. So the only thing the brass is actually touching is that piece of plastic. On the opposite side of the union, you're going to go ahead and thread in your old pipe, your galvanized steel pipe that was already with the house. Now this is just, there's nothing particularly special about this. They're just threaded together. The next thing that's going to go in is a rubber washer between these two. And now we can screw the two together. Now we've got copper to brass to plastic to rubber to galvanized. And the copper and the galvanized are separated by three or so different materials. This is going to last forever. The two pieces of metal are never going to come in contact with one another. They're never going to eat each other up, and you're never going to have a leak. This, on the other hand, will leak, and it also doesn't meet code. So we see this, we're going to call it out, and we're going to make sure that you understand you have to get this type of a connection. All right. Hope that was helpful for you. If it was, please like my video or share or follow. Certainly, I'd like to see you, follow my Facebook page at Robert Gardner Certified Master Inspector. Obviously, YouTube at Inside Robert's Reports. Also, the Elite Group Inspection Professionals. That's where I work in Southern California. There's a lot of really helpful videos there as well. So thank you, and hopefully we'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.